So you know how we do anti-aliasing in computer graphics to like avoid jagged lines, right? To avoid the staircase effect. Well, I don't think that's what anti-aliasing was originally designed for. And I also don't think it's what it's good for. So originally, anti-aliasing comes from trying to avoid aliasing artifacts, where if you have a repeating pattern that has a higher frequency than what half the pixel frequency, right? You get these wavy patterns that aren't actually there in the original image. So for example, if we take this photo of this brick wall, right, and the brick wall is very much a repeating pattern, and we sample it at a grid, right, as we do when we draw on a computer screen, then we get these waves here, right, and these low frequencies that aren't actually in the original image. And these low frequencies are called aliasing. Another example of why you get this wavy pattern we can see in this example. Here we have this red high frequency sine wave, and we sample this sine wave at a periodic interval at these black dots, right? And these black dots are slightly further apart than half the frequency, or half the wavelength, I should say, of the red sine wave. So if we only look at the sampled points, if we don't see the red sine wave, it appears as if we are looking at a much lower frequency sine wave, and this lower frequency wave is exactly what we see here. And anti-aliasing is a method of getting rid of them. I think the actual issue of the staircase effect is that when we have a slow-moving object on screen, then all of the pixels are either part of the object or not part of the object, right? And as the object moves, each pixel instantly jumps from being inside the object versus being outside the object. So our raster function is discontinuous. And the amount of change in the image does not reflect the amount of change in our scene, and the staircases on the edges appear to be moving in a different direction and at a different speed than the actual object moves in the scene, right? I think box filtering is actually very good at making the raster function continuous, right? This is interesting because most often when we use anti-aliasing in computer graphics, we use the box filter because it's very efficient and it is implemented by most GPUs. But the box filter is actually not very good at anti-aliasing. So if we look at, for example, this checkerboard image, this image was it's from Wikipedia. This is rendered with a box filter, and we can see that we still get this wavy pattern. This is fine though, because the box filter is actually very good at the problem we actually try to solve, right? So this is what kept me up last night. I was thinking maybe I could make a short video about it. I'll probably not make this a regular thing, and there will probably be a lot of cuts.